Good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report. The Chiefs play the Lions. Today's date is October 11th, 2025, Saturday. The Chiefs will play the Lions. Some people would say the best team in the NFL is the Lions. NFL, it's not the Chiefs right now. A good thing seems to be that Rashid Rice will be back next week. The Chiefs need to keep it third and long and get the run game going. Isaiah Pacheco, Kareem Hunt will be looking for the ball at the running game and looking to do better. Some players the Chiefs might trade for is Alvin Kamara, Bryce Hall. The Chiefs, our defense must be better. The Chiefs and Lions record 4-1, 2-3. Chiefs odds favored by 1.5 over under 52.5. The Chiefs lost to the Jaguars last week. The hot offense led by Jared Goff averaging nearly 35 points a game. Strong running game and Gibbs and Jared Montgomery, but missing key O-line, Tyler Deckel, and several defensive backs. The Mahomes still dangerous, but offense inconsistent. Defense solid, run but weak against the pass. Key matchup, Adrian Hudson versus the Chiefs tackles. Lions injured secondary versus Chiefs receivers. Prediction 27-25. That's in the Chiefs-Lions game. Give me prediction Chiefs 28, Lions 25. In the 3 o'clock rank, the Chiefs also need to keep the Lions convert to third and longs. In the 3 o'clock window will be the Bengals and Packers. They meet in Joe Flacco's opening game. You want to keep it away from turning over the ball. Joe Flacco will make the start. Jake Browning, his first game as a Bengal. New quarterback in Cincinnati. The Bengals now start Joe Flacco after trading for him from the Browns. Green Bay's defense, the Packers are stout against the run, allowing only 77.5 yards a game, 3.6 yards per catch, and only have a better point records. Bengals' woes offense continues. Cincinnati's allowing lots of passing yards, ranking near the bottom in defense. Flacco's history versus Green Bay, he's faced their defense completed 21 of 36, 142 and an interception win over them, while with Cleveland back. Packers are heavy favorites, 14.5, and expectations are to cover. The model picks lean to the Packers, 26-23. Another prediction favors, and that's the favors game, not the prediction of the game. The more prediction of the game, lopsides of 29-15 in favor of Green Bay. Packers likely to cover spread. Both teams entering 4-1. Buccaneers and 49ers, probably the game of the day at 3:25. Both teams entering 4-1. Kickoff is at 4:25 Eastern and 3:25 Central. The betting line is the Bucs favored by 3.5. Key storylines: 49ers quarterback situation is messy without Brock Purdy. Turf toe. Matt Jones is questionable with a knee, which means, if that means Brock Purdy and Matt Jones are questionable and are out with them, it would be Richard Martinez. That would be the starting quarterback for the 49ers. Ricky Pearl and Jordan Watkins are on the injury list. Buccaneers, Chris Godwin is out with a fibula. Mike Evans is questionable. Christian McCaffrey will increase with a receiver down. McCaffrey is focal point of the running game. Defense, Tampa Bay versus solid but vulnerable passing game defense. What to watch for which 49ers quarterback, Jones or backup, how well does he handle whether the Bucs export weak secondary, McCaffrey usage as receivers check. Buccaneers versus 49ers front. Likely tight game. Given health concerns for the Bucs, Given health concerns for both teams, Bucks have a slight edge, 24-23. Titans and Raiders, that game kicks off at 3:25. The Raiders to host, that's a bad game. Both teams 1-4. The Cowboys and Panthers play at 12. Cowboys line total, Cowboys favored by 3.5. Dallas story offense dealing with injuries. Carolina key notes. Rico Duel, 206 yards in his last game, taking over as Chubb Hubbard is out. Bryce Young must do more. Versus the Cowboys. Prediction, Cowboys win in a close one, 30-27. In another noon game, Seahawks Jaguars. Seahawks 3-2, Jaguars 4-1. Seahawks slight favorites, 1.5. Over under 47.5. Key matchups. Injuries, secondary slow. Seattle is shortened in the defensive backfield. Jaguars tight end Peyton Shows is out with an IR, which reduces Jacksonville's options in passing game. Running defense. Seattle needs to control the line. Jacksonville's rushing attack is a strength. Pressure on quarterback. Seattle must pressure Trevor Lawrence. Disturb Jacksonville's passing game. Prediction, this should be a close physical game. Jacksonville's momentum and home edge makes it them dangerous, but Seattle's edge is certain matchups give them a shot. Lean Jaguars 25-22. The Jaguars beat the Chiefs last week. Cardinals Colts quarterback Kyle Murray injured with a foot, which gives the Colts by 10, Chat GPT says. Lamar Jackson out against the Rams. The Rams are favored by 7.5. Seems a little low for me versus the Rams versus the Ravens. The Rams are 3-2, losing last week. Hope to get back on track. Patriots Saints short preview. Spread is 3.5. Over under 45.5. Patriots Drake May is management of the offense as well. Defense strong, but injuries remain in secondary. A concern struggling with the run game due to running back injuries is the Patriots. Spencer Rattler has shown off deep ball potential. Defense creates turnovers, but offense is inconsistent. Majorly in the red zone. Predictions, most analysts picking the Patriots to cover with a score of 26-19. Here's a short preview of the Chargers versus Dolphins. Justin Herbert's leads his offense, but is missing key offensive lineman, running back Omo Hampton. Defense is solid, especially against the run for the Chargers, likely to run the passing game. Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa playing through hip and thumb injuries. Lost Tyreek Hill, limiting big play potential. Defense is weak versus prediction. Most experts lean on the Chargers in a close one, 26-23. Chat GPT said Steelers versus the Browns. Odds, Steelers are about 5-point favorites. Over under is 38.5. Key matchups, this defense should be challenged. Browns passing game. Jalen Ramsey is expected to booster the secondary. Defense bending but not breaking. Run tested. That's the Steelers. The Browns using Dylan Gabriel. Quarterback. Defense is strong, especially against the run for the Browns, and could force defensive passing. The offense struggles, particularly in sustaining drives. In red zone. Prediction, Steelers are favored to win and cover, likely by a margin of 10. A projected score 24-14. I think that's probably right for the Steelers and Ravens. The Broncos play the Jets at 8:30 in London. The Broncos are favored by 7.5. Thursday night, the Eagles get shot by the Giants in a pretty big margin. The Mariners Tigers in extra. The Tigers get beat by the Mariners. They edge out the final run in the 15th inning. The Tigers of Missouri lose a close one to Alabama. The Missouri Tigers had many chances. It was a 3-point game, but it was probably even more favored to fake punt and maybe a long kick downfield hurt the Tigers. And also a fourth down conversion by Alabama. Kansas State dominated TCU 41-28. That was not expected. Penn State is just 3-3. Drew Aller gets hurt and loses to Northwestern. Notre Dame beats NC State handily. Texas Tech at Kansas State. That score is Texas Tech 18, Kansas nothing. Just almost done with the first quarter. Second and 17. Ball at the KU 28. Auburn leads Georgia early on 7-0. USC leads Michigan number 15 7-0. BYU and Arizona play. BYU is 18th. Ohio State drowns Illinois 34-16. Indiana gets the upset over Oregon 30-20 as the Indiana Hoosiers stay undefeated. Ole Miss beats Washington State 24-21. And Texas blows out Oklahoma 23-6. And Tennessee edges out Arkansas 34-31. Arkansas must have been motivated, as they have not had a good season, just 2-4. Georgia Tech versus Virginia Tech 35-20. And Iowa State. Colorado edges Iowa State 24-17. Florida State gets upset by Pittsburgh 34-31. And tonight's 9:15 game, Arizona State versus Utah, 9:15 ESPN. That's Sam on Sports. More on college football Monday or Tuesday.